DEA released a report today updating its rules on marijuana, which I'm going to admit up front has some bad news for weed legalization supporters, but a little bit of good news as well. So it's a mixed bag. The head of the Drug Enforcement Administration said the agency will not eliminate marijuana from the country's list of illegal Schedule I controlled substances.
What?
Which is really, I think, the most important takeaway from this. It is still considered by the government to be, apparently, effectively as dangerous as heroin and other sorts of.
I'm totally curious what the DA's. You'll get into some of this with the details, but what that meeting was like. What's keeping them from doing it? But I think actually it's not the most important thing. I think
You think the research is more important?
I think the research is more important because I think inevitably that research will lead to it. Will lead to that.
Okay, then let's preview that. The DEA is releasing, this is the good news, is releasing new rules that would loosen restrictions for researchers to grow and obtain marijuana. The agency said the change will allow researchers a more varied and robust supply of the drug. Different strains, some good for focus, some good for a nice mellow high. That's what they said.
But we know what's going to happen after that research, and the research is going to show.
Those guys are going to gain about 10 pounds.
Right, they're not going to finish their report.
Yeah.
And they're not going to care.
Yeah.
And they're going to live a happier life.
That's
A little bit, yeah. And so apparently up until now, there's been one place where if you're doing official research on marijuana, you can get legally sanctioned government marijuana, which was an old strain, apparently not that powerful. And for some researchers trying to do research using this stuff, it can take, in one case, 7 years to get access to marijuana.
Yeah, well, that was crazy because
And every grad student working on the project has it in their pocket. It's such a weird country we live in.
Right. So enabling researchers to get this, we are going to find that it incredibly useful, as they already know, in treating pain and treating pain incredibly safely, as opposed to, you know, I have a family member undergoing surgery today, and the narcotics that she is going to be on to help with that recovery, and I get marijuana would not be enough in her situation, but they're going to do terrible things to her body, right? Everybody, every person over 70 who I know who's had surgery and then has been on major narcotics afterward, their stomach is a catastrophe for some time.
Some obviously become addicted to the opioids.
Right. And we're going to learn a ton about the value of marijuana, and if we're a normal country in any way, all evidence to the contrary already in, then we'll go back and fix the second issue and take it off the whatever it is, Schedule 1.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that kind of drives me nuts, right? It's like we all like to make fun of, or we make fun of the anti-science people who don't accept climate change, and look how backwards and stupid they're. But our culture, our government still, no medical value to marijuana, and it still is better. And shut up. It's like
It's almost as stupid as the climate change. Less consequential, perhaps, but as hard to understand how you can deny reality.
Yeah, but it's still happening, and it's like we elected people, right? So we're supposed to have a representative. They don't represent us. So how could this be?
Not the people in the DA. I mean, the hope is that it will continue to move. I mean, this is one step closer to the goal that we have, and a lot of states along the way have been loosening up their laws, legalizing it. A lot of people believe that California, this might be the election where it becomes legal here.
You have the quote from Chuck Rosenberg?
Yeah, so why don't we read some of the justification?
Because the quote is significant. I mean, again, stuff in Washington takes time. They don't take big, giant steps at federal agencies generally because they're still staffed by people who believed the other stuff before. And bear in mind that marijuana was part of a 50-year process hammering home a PR process that just essentially grouped marijuana with cocaine and heroin and angel dust. And
or theoretically more dangerous because it was more accessible. So you're referring to this quote, I think. This is the acting administrator of the DEA, Chuck Rosenberg, who said, "If the scientific understanding about marijuana changes, and it could change, then the decision could change. But we will remain tethered to science as we must and as the statute demands." That last part is not accurate. I think the first part is.
Well, then the back part of it is the statute demands that you be tethered
That
to
part
science.
is, but not tethered to science. But they also said in the letter that was released today, Chuck Rosenberg said that there is now ample justification for keeping marijuana an illegal drug, citing the lack of accepted safety for its use under medical supervision and the high potential for abuse, which I think, and I've made this point so many times on the show, completely misses the goddamn point. You don't keep something, you don't just say, okay, this thing is illegal, and it will not be illegal until you prove that it single-handedly cures cancer. You make something illegal if it needs to be illegal. What's the medical use of vodka? It's not illegal. Okay, it's not curing MS. It's not curing
But in the
herpes.
Old West, if you got shot and you bit it down on something and you took a swig of vodka and then the surgeon with his dirty grubby
Okay, it
hands,
dulls pain.
you got
So
it
does
out, it dulled the
marijuana.
pain. Now that you
I know,
died,
but I'm saying
you
that
died 17 later from gangrene poisoning.
Exactly, yeah, and they shot you like your horse. It doesn't make sense to just say, until you prove that it gives people superpowers and turns them into Spider-Man, it's going to stay illegal. You should have to prove that the government has a good reason, a justification for stopping people from using something that every reasonable human now accepts, whether you use it or not. And I don't use it is obviously less harmful and less deleterious, the effects to the body, than alcohol is. Something that you can get almost anywhere you go. You can freely get as much alcohol as you want. And if you drink maybe a few times more than would get you drunk, then you could potentially die from it. That's how dangerous this is, and fully acceptable, socially acceptable, legally acceptable, but not marijuana because it hasn't yet cured brain cancer.
So this is Chuck Rosenberg, the head of the DEA. So he's probably, I'm sure he's a doctor and a scientist, and he's coming at this at, oh no, he's just some maniac ideologue who's actually doesn't have any medical training whatsoever.
Weird
so
how that turns out.
Who should be in charge of our drug enforcement? It should be a guy who has absolutely no background in anything.
science.
That's fantastic. And so
He went to a good school.
he also
Did you really?
I don't know, his name's Chuck Rosenberg.
he also he went to University of Virginia Law School, and he's in charge of the DEA. He also made news when he said medical marijuana is a joke. He said that in 2015. He said that, and he also said that there's something to the Ferguson effect. So these are our leaders. We have a president. Isn't the DEA appointed? The head of the DEA?
Yeah, he's the acting head. I don't know if I have no idea whether the head
Why
of the
wouldn't
DEA left.
Obama
Well, maybe because he hasn't been approved by Republicans. I don't know who the supposed to be the head, but
And this mirrors a lot of Obama's approach to weed. It's technically still illegal. They'll do occasional raids, but they've been much more hands-off than previous administrations.
these criticisms are valid and need to be voiced. The story is that they changed, and they'll change again. And he said in that letter, if the science shows that we should change, we'll change. And now that they haven't, but we know what the science will show.
We know that,
Right.
but we also know that people like him has said that before and totally turned their back on it. Like,
So why
with
don't we
the
talk
needle
about that
exchange,
research?
remember the needle exchange? Hey, whatever the science shows.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm just saying that to me, what this represents in a climate where you got senators from Rhode Island and Washington writing him saying, take it off Schedule 1. Like there is a move that didn't exist 20 years ago.
Okay.
Like there is a legitimate movement of people with some have to do it.
So you're cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little more than cautiously optimistic. I'm pretty optimistic. I would never put a time frame on it, but I bet within 5 years it's off. I mean, he even has this crazy quote there. It's best not to think of drug scheduling as an escalating danger scale, because that's an acknowledgement that, like, yeah, because if you do that, this makes no sense.
You want to watch the whole 2-hour show every day, any way you want, anytime you want, with any device you want? That's why we made membership. TYTnetwork.com/join. I know what you're thinking.
Give me a break.
You didn't know about it before, but now you do. TYTnetwork.com/join.